Yo, 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 what's the word? Yo, yo, I'm MC Joe and I'm here to say I like Fruity Pebbles in a major way. Maybe Cocoa Pebbles, maybe a little bit of that. Let me stop, man. Yo, what's up, man? Jovonn The Last Don, Mr. NewNY himself. We back with episode 3. Music Notes right here coming back at you. You know what it is, so stay tuned, man. I got some real good tips for y'all this week. It's Jovonn The Last Don, Mr. NewNY himself, right here. Keep it locked. I know I'm a little late. I definitely got to my emails and everything like that, so I actually wrote down a couple of notes this time to kind of just breeze through some of the things that we're going to talk about tonight. So should be a decent episode. You know, if you want some more information, if you want to send me some information, or you want to get at me, add Jovonn, about right there somewhere, yeah. Or if you want to send me an email, newny105@gmail.com. That's NEWNY105@gmail.com, and the keyword is music notes in the subject heading. All right, so let's get right to it. So first and foremost, we're going to talk tonight with something that's been on my mind. I've been addressing it a light bit on my Twitter and a little bit on the show live on Sunday nights at 10 o'clock on Power 105.1. We're going to talk about the new artists submitting remixes as records to be played. Stop. Just do me a favor. Here's the thing. When a remix comes out, like I just went through a whole bunch of my emails and I just got a lot of looking assness by Nicki Minaj remixes in my email. Now, no disrespect to y'all, but Nicki Minaj's record just came out, so no DJ is really going to be playing your record anyway. So if you want my advice, don't run to play a remix really fast because no one cares about you. You're the new person. No one cares. Nobody, unless it's your buddies around the block in the little 5-mile radius of whatever you're doing, they don't want to hear your record. Go do a real record. Go do the record that you should be doing for yourself. Send me a record or send the other DJs a record that speaks to you and it's something that you want to work on and you want to build up. But do not go and run in the studio and do a remix thinking that the DJ is going to be amped to play your version. They're not. We're not. All right? I'm just being honest with you. So that's, first and foremost, I need to get that off my chest because I got so many different emails. I remember, I think it was like maybe last year about the time that Otis came out, or maybe now 2 years ago, Otis came out, and I think I got like 30 remixes in my inbox the night before the show. And people kept sending me remixes. And I said one time, I said, you know what? I'm going to air out like 8 or 9 different versions of the record. And I did that for about 10 minutes of the show. And I said I would never do that again. So if you've been paying attention, if you've been following NewNY, you know I'm not an advocate for remixes by unsigned artists or up-and-coming artists. I think that that's corny. Just my opinion. Now, you might get another DJ who likes remixes from different artists, but from what I understand, and the people that are friends with me, they don't like them. So, okay, we're just going to move on. I'm not going to dwell on this anymore. We're going to just move on. Do not send unofficial remixes. Let the record itself. This Nicki Minaj record just dropped, and I'm getting like 8 remixes in my email. What the hell's going on? Let the record itself build up. Let it be what it's going to be. Instead of doing a remix for that, go find something else that you can be originally on. Get your man who's producing or your girl who's producing. Go in the studio, spend some time in the studio, and make an original record. I promise you, it'll serve you so much better. Trust me. All right. Part 2. Here we go. All right. So I know I'm in a bit of a rush today. I have a studio I got to get to like immediately. I could probably do some more from over there, but we'll talk about that later. We're talking about standing next to the heat. Now, my man DJ Self, the Gwen and God himself, shout out to Self and the whole Gwen and Nation out there, he always talks about standing next to the heat. Now you're asking, what does that mean? Well, simple this. When something's going on and it's hot, you should be next to it. For example, if you know there's a DJ in your town that's bubbling, in your local town, he's pulling all the clubs in, whether it be in Brooklyn or Rockland, Staten Island, whatever. Whoever's hot, you need to be standing next to them, handing them your music, networking, and getting them to play your music in the club. It still starts from the ground up. This whole mainstream radio thing is cool, but you have to have momentum going in order to keep this thing rocking. You got to remember, a majority of the DJs that are on the radio not only have every label in the world hitting them up to get things done, but they have the priorities that they're supposed to hit during their show. So chances are your record is never going to get priority unless it's already moving and it's got something happening in the clubs already. So how you go about that is getting started locally. Stand next to the hottest DJs in the town, in the counties, in the city. Get next to them and feed them your records. Consistently feed them your records, because you never know. They might like something that you didn't think that they were gonna like, and they pop that off for you, and it builds and builds and builds. And create a circuit of DJs that you always make it like what we call a DJ mailing list. So you have maybe like 3 or 5 DJs that you always super serve. When I say super serve, I mean you're gonna always send them everything that you got, and everything that you're involved in. They know what's going on, so that they have the choice to show up or not. You want to always extend the olive branch to them and make sure that they're okay when they're in the club. Make sure you're taking care of them. Yo, you need something to drink? I got you. Yo, everybody's good? Cool? Okay, got you. I'm just saying, it helps. Now I know I'm breezing through this a little fast this week, but just bear with me. I gotta go. Again, just to reiterate, if you're in the clubs in your local town, your record should be playing if you're the hottest guy there. Whether it be Harlem, Queens, Manhattan, Brooklyn, Rockland County, Jersey, or wherever you are, if you're starting off as an up-and-coming artist and you're not getting played in your local town, chances are you're not doing the right thing. You want to start from home base and build out. You always want to have some following with you. Now, I know some people disagree and they think they should start from the outside in, but it depends on what type of music you're really trying to make. I recommend that you always go and support the local DJ, because the local DJ is going to be the one that's going to be supporting you. All right? Now, lastly, here we're going to go. We're going to go talk about having the promotional smarts. Now, when you're trying to work a record, the worst thing that you could do is when you got something popping and you know it's going to pop, the worst thing you could do is if the DJ is playing a record on the radio, and I'm going through this right now. When the DJ is playing a record on the radio, you decide to spend your money on a totally different budget for movies or videos and different things of that nature to promote something totally different from what the DJs already attached themselves to. So you're doing yourself a disservice. You're kind of working ass backwards, if you get what I'm saying. So don't spend money in the opposite direction of what the momentum should be, moving towards. Sit down, talk about it, have a game plan. Sit down with some people who you think and can trust that will point you in the right direction. Now, if you spend all your money in the studio and you get all these records done, you want to have a game plan as to how to market those records out. You want to pick your singles, your street single, your radio-friendly single, or maybe a mixtape single that's going to get people popping. Maybe a song that you think could have really good features on it for a remix. But all those things have to be strategically mapped out in order for you to get the momentum that you want as an up-and-coming artist. Now, I recommend that you hire a radio promotional person, which I will have on my show next week just for y'all. I'll bring a couple on. Maybe you want a radio promotional person to hire them to point you in the right direction to work your record within the region or within the national circuit. And we'll go into we'll have them sit down and talk to us, and we'll explain to you what a radio promotional person is. But first and foremost, you need a team. I know I'm moving fast. I said I had to go today, but I'm sorry. I wanted to make sure I put this out there for you guys to kind of see this week. I don't want to ever go a week without giving you some type of tips. So get yourself a team that's going to sit down with you, go over what kind of records are going to work and where they're going to work. You want to make sure that you're going to put the right records out at the right time and have a strategic plan of how to market that record into different places on social media, within the clubs, and maybe some sponsorship from different endorsements. Maybe some kind of branding going with a beverage, or maybe some liquor or some clothing or something like that. All those things are conducive to making your project work better for you. I'm Jovonn The Last Don. This is Music Notes, and this is the episode 3. I hope I helped somebody out today. If I didn't, I'll try again next week. Like I said, I'm going to bring some more people in with me next week so you guys can get some more information. But if you want, send the information right here. NewNY105@gmail.com. That's NEWNY105@gmail.com. Subject heading, Music Notes. And if you're trying to send your music, just send your music. Just make sure it's clean, radio ready for me to just jump on the radio. And if it's hot, I'm going to play it. But if it's not, I got to go through it and clean it. I'm not doing that on the show. Definitely not on Sunday. Do not send me music on Sunday. If you send me music on Sunday, you will not, I guarantee, will not be played. All right? So I'll be back in just a few short days to give you some more updates on this stuff. I thank you for tuning in. This is NewNY105@gmail.com. Once again, I am Jovonn The Last Don. You can hit me up on Twitter @Jovonn, and I'll be here for you. I hope I help somebody. Peace.